I know how frustrating it can be to hire new people in your business. And one of the main reasons it feels so hard to get good, high-performing people in your team is because you might just use outdated traditional hiring techniques. I'm Coach Glenn. I help 7 and 8 figures entrepreneurs to grow their business and live the life you deserve. And this video will tell exactly how not to do the hiring if you want the results fast, and what to do if you want to have great candidates as soon as possible without you being involved. And first, let's just take a brief look on what traditional hiring is, right? It's usually posting a job post, or let's say years ago when someone had a shop, you put a letter at your window and say, hey, I am hiring. So now we do it on LinkedIn, Indeed, and then people come in, right? And we start reviewing their resumes. And the thing is, historically, when the cities were smaller and there were not so many candidates, for example, in a 2 million city, you can definitely have hundreds of people applying to the position now compared to just a few dozens, let's say 50 years ago. And the main approach, unfortunately, in most companies stays the same as 50 years ago, which means they review all the candidates as if they are a potential fit. And then they spend hundreds of hours interviewing those people. I'm sure you know how time and energy consuming interviews are for you as a CEO. And you definitely don't want to spend 20 hours of your week interviewing people. So when I work with my clients, I help them to establish their recruiting process that is automated and that doesn't require them to spend 3, sometimes 6 hours. Believe me, I had clients who came to me and they spent 3 hours interviewing people who were not a good fit in the first place, unfortunately. So let me share with you recruiting funnel 1 to 3 that will provide you high qualified candidates without you being involved and only spending time on high quality people who deserve your attention. Here is something that most of HR experts will not tell you. 90% of the candidates who apply to your job are not paying attention to your job description. And number one rule in the modern recruiting is to pre-screen the candidates, because we don't want to talk to people who are not paying attention to details. Meaning, we need to identify people who didn't read the job post or who didn't pay attention. We also want to disqualify people who have unprofessional behavior. And with the rise of ChatGPT, we also want to make sure that we get the candidates who use their own brain and not just a GPT puppet, as I call them. So in the coaching with my clients, we develop a questionnaire for specific position and specific company that allow us to remove all bad candidates. And this gives us the opportunity to eventually get the best people to the interviews. But the questionnaire is not all that needs to be done before inviting people to the interview. We need to make sure that the person right, has serious intentions. And in most cases, we go with a paid task. So when the person is completing the task appropriately without using ChatGPT, we pay a small amount, so those candidates know that we also have serious intentions, because now great candidates are actually burned by all those companies who are using AI recruitment or HR departments who are telling them 1 hour nonsense during the interviews. So showing you as a serious company is one of the greatest way to get the best people. And then of course the interview needs to be done in a specific way, and it's a topic on its own for another video. Recruiting screening process is actually pretty similar to the sales funnel and pre-qualifying candidates, where we think about recruiting as selling our position to the best candidates and warming them up while they go from the top of the funnel, which is seeing our job post, to the actual interview. So during this process, they need to be also warmed up so we get the best and the warmest leads. If this video was helpful, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and stay profitable. Your coach Glenn.